This is a picture of my grandpa, and this is me at 3. And he is leaning over and telling me a story. And that experience of having someone lean over, an adult in your life, especially one that you have very positive feelings for, and telling you a story like, come here, I gotta tell you something, it's very important, has always drawn me in from the time that I was 3 to, and that's the kind of story I'm always looking for. When I was young, I found writing so difficult. To me, it was like, oh, you're making me try to put what's in my brain on paper, and that's too hard, and I'm gonna be doing it wrong. And I just kind of always felt like when I read books, they were perfect. And that if you were a real writer, you could just, sit down and you were just, writing perfectly. And I never found my own work good enough or perfect enough to begin with. And it took me all these years, literally until I started reading picture books to my own children, to realize that no writers start out writing perfectly. We don't write books, we write stories, and we work on them for a long time. If someone was going to hand you a basketball or a football, it would take you a long time to be able to score a goal or shoot a free throw or a dance. Could you do the pirouette? Can you do a pirouette the first time that you ever tried? Probably not. And the same thing goes with writing. In school, I always thought that authors were people who could just write without work or without practice, and that's just not the way it is. So it just takes a lot of work, and it's kind of like writing. What I like most about it now is it's like working on a giant puzzle, and to get the words so that I'm saying the story the way I want you to feel it. That's how I like to write. One of the things I like best about writing for young people is because young people are curious. And curious about all kinds of things. Whatever you're curious about, that is a writing idea or a reading idea. All writers do is go through the world, and we kind of wait till we hear something. We might overhear something on a bus, or we read something, or we see a picture that makes something in our brain go, what? What was that? I'm curious about that. Tell me more, right? And so students and young people have this amazing ability to have that happen more often and quicker, even than someone my age. And so anytime you are moving through your life, you might hear something on a playground. You might hear something in a sports team. You might hear something from your family. You may read something in a book. You may see a graphic novel, a picture in a graphic novel, and you get this just like, I didn't know that, or I wonder. Any of those wonders are terrific jumping off points for any piece of writing that you want to do. Or artwork, which is also a perfectly legitimate way of storytelling, as we can tell from Nek Chand, who told entire stories really with sculpture and no words at all. So either way, whether you're going to work with art or work with words, you can tell stories in many, many, many different ways.